Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But you gotta admit, it's better than me sitting here in a boring ass suit. That's the whole thing. I'm not one of the suits. I'm an everyday person, just like maybe I'm a little bit different, but I'm just like everybody else. You don't need a degree in finance to trade stocks. You just need to understand how the game's being played, and you have to play it accordingly. So I don't have a lot of time today. The Phillies game is about to start. I got to jump right into the actual charts. Green day today. Good day for me. Pretty much everything I owned was green. As far as my top three picks, CNGT, SINT, and PLPL. SINT is currently up in after hours as well, but that's green for me and green for whoever bought. CNGT, same thing. PLPL, gotta admit, I did sell 9. I took my 10% loss. That's what I always do because I saw that the company is just dumping shares. Nobody's dumping out those 9s like 50 at a time. Like that's definitely the company. They're always the chip leader. They probably have some type of conversion factor at the bottom, 50% discount from where the current price is. So, listen, it could get news tomorrow and it could run to the moon. I just stick to a strict strategy. And that strategy involves selling 10% most of the time. So, that was one of them where I just noticed some weakness and I got out. And I'm the most transparent person on the internet. Like, you're not going to find anybody else would just, first of all, they wouldn't do these picks. They wouldn't put the shit out there. They wouldn't tell you when they lost. They wouldn't tell you when they made mistakes. They're only going to tell you they're going to the moon. So if you want complete honesty, you want straightforward talk, I'm going to be doing another lesson on Friday. I was supposed to do it today, but I'm going to do it on just basic chart reading because I notice a lot of my subscribers are new. So, I'm going to take you step by step. You just subscribe to my videos and pay attention. That's pretty much all I got to say. CNGT, let's take a look at the chart. All right. So first CNGT. It's following EMGE. I'm telling you, I'm pretty sure those stocks are connected. I think they're like the same thing somehow. But either way, EMGE is running. I'll get to that in a minute. But here's, look, you got pretty strong strength above this orange line. Everything's curling up. Your volume was really strong today, mostly buy volume on the ask. So that's great. Your RSI is turning up. I think it could at least get to 2 on no news, just on a 15 break. Probably send it to 2 to 2.5, somewhere in that area. If we get news tomorrow, which the end of the day buying, it did kind of seem like it was a lot. It was very heavy. So it was either a group of some sort trying to push it through 15 on a technical move, or it was somebody that has inside information on the fact that they might release news. News is very common on Thursdays, so I wouldn't put it past this company to drop something, especially after all this downswing. They got to push it to dilute. So it looked really good today, up 22%. So that's CNGT, very bullish on it. I think it's going to break out tomorrow. SINT, this has been a weird one. It's a NASDAQ stock. Don't care what they do. Have no idea. It doesn't matter. Everybody on that board is just like ridiculous. It's like, dude, relax with the DD. These guys like know the company personally. Like someone even said on there that it's personal with them. And you never want to be that guy. Don't ever be the guy that's done so much invested effort into studying a stock and getting married to it so much that it becomes part of your life, where you end up on a message board all day, every day, just berating the CEO and bashing the company. Just get over that. I've been there before. I've done that. I've been that guy. And it sucks. It's not a good place to be. You're definitely not like in a good place trading wise, that's for sure. But SINT, I mean, look, man, it's like a perfect push on the MACD. I'm going to explain all this on Friday, but like this is very good. Your technicals are pretty much perfect. I think it's going to pop up to at least 13, 14, 15 short term. They have an offering out and it's at 15 cents. So it's under the offering, which is, you know, that's a plus too. So that's SINT, PLPL. I already went over it. It just seems to be weakening on the bid, and you're getting a lot of dumping from the company. There's nobody else dumping it. At least that's what I think. AABB. This was a request. They asked me if this is a real company or if they're just like a piece of shit, bullshit company. And I tell you what I tell everybody else the truth, the facts. And the fact is, they're pretty much all scams. Just to go over it real quick for somebody that's new here, listen, there are a few that actually have good private companies that merge into a shell. They're once in a blue moon. They actually care about the price of the stock right off the bat because they already have their financials in order, whatever. But I would say 99% they go into these shells. Even if they are a good company, they have toxic lenders. They have, just the flippers. Everybody's against them. They have to have something that nobody else does. It's an extreme rarity. So just don't think that you're going to find the needle in the haystack. Instead, just like, find a few Easter eggs. That's it. You don't got to find like the biggest runner of all time. I've taken my account from 2,500 down almost 9,000 now in a little over a month. And I haven't gotten it in one trade. You don't need one trade. You don't. You just need a bunch of wins and a few losses. You're not going to win every one. Just like I'm 2 for 3 on my picks of the week. That's solid. 66% shooting percentage is good in the market. But AABB, it's flagging, but it's like turning underneath the orange line. I mean, like the MACD doesn't look too hot. RSI doesn't look too hot. If you want to just know if it's a real company, no, of course it's not. They sell gold for Bitcoin or some bullshit? I mean, come on, man. Listen, I'm telling you it straight. I'm telling you the real shit. Like, I could sit here and be like, oh yeah, it might be good. Like everybody else on YouTube, every single other person. Because they don't want to get kicked off and they know that they'll get more subscribers by lying, and that's like the whole game. Well, I'm not here to lie. I'm here to like make $1 million on film and hopefully help other people along the way. I got to move a little bit quicker here. KG. Another request. Love it. Love it. Love it. I mean, they must be diluting. I would give it a few days, but I don't hate this chart. I mean, I don't hate the chart. But still, it looks like maybe they put out news or something, and then they just dumped on it. I'd have to look further into that, but I would say, if it is starting to get a higher low and a higher high. So that just means that the high of the day was higher than the day previously, and the low of the day was higher than the day previously, which is a bullish signal. But yeah, I mean, like I'm just going to add that to my watch list, and I'm going to pay attention to it and see where it goes. Moan came back to where I said it was going to. It's a lot easier to call the drop than to call the pop because you have to have news or some type of material event or some bullshit to get the price to go up. To know that the price is coming back isn't that hard. It's just extremely overbought on the technicals, and you're just like, all right, dude, it's up 200%. People are going to take gains. I mean, look at what it did. It filled this gap almost perfectly, came down to this orange line almost perfectly. Let's see what happens tomorrow. I would want to see some accumulation here and a little bit of like some sideways trading before another up move. But yeah, hopefully you guys listen to me. I would actually give it another bit of time. Who knows? I mean, it might steady here, but just don't buy it yet. Just watch it. Sorry. I mean, if you were paying attention when it was up at 55, 58, 60 almost, I mean, you'd be getting it at 50% off. So, like, I don't know, blame me, I guess. Whatever. I'll just keep my mouth shut so you can hold the top and never make any money. All right. Yeah, sure. Okay. CGRA. What'd that one do today? Big old bump the other day. Seems to be, I mean, it's going to either consolidate in this range. They're either going to get this shit done or they're not. It's incredibly overbought, guys. Like, whatever. Get mad at me. Say that I'm a basher. Say that whatever. But, like, it's so overextended. I turned bullish on this candle here, and I was like, wow, that seems like it's got a lot of strength. Well, yeah, I mean, all that strength went out the window today. I mean, like I told a friend yesterday, it's going to have a blow-off top. What I mean by that is it's going to have a real hard push, and then it's just going to slowly come back down all the way to this orange line, whether that's at 2.5 or whatever. I mean, whatever. Shoot me, kill me, whatever. That's what I think. That's my opinion. So if you want to start your own show and talk and just pump every stock that you buy, like I don't even talk about half the stocks that I buy because like it doesn't matter. Like I'm not trying to get somebody to buy it just because I'm in it and I want the price pushed. That's what everybody else does. Trust me, they hate you. Babel, like I could have easily said, oh, like I still holding this. Oh, I could lie consistently. But this one, that was a fat finger trade, whatever the fuck it was. I don't think any shares were sold down there. It was sold at 3.1, so I could have got back in for 25% less, whatever that is, which would have been nice. But I just left it alone. I know better than double dip. When I've had a 50% gain, sometimes just walk away for a little bit. Now it's good. It's still cooking. They're not diluting. You got the MACD pretty good. RSI still a little hot. But I follow this one because if you start to get pushes up above 6 on some news or something, you might be in for a 2-day runner, a 3-day runner. We'll have to wait and see. PTAM, I guess I'll show you the chart because it is a really sexy chart. I've been pushing this since 0.0013. It's currently at 0.0021. It's just such a sexy look to it. I wouldn't be surprised if they drop the news that we've been waiting for tomorrow. It could come any day, really. I was calling it on this drop. It's trying to just get off this level, and news will send it to like 6, dude. So it'll have a 200% day real quick, catch everybody off guard. I have a significant amount of shares. That's one that I just really like for a sleeper. Wake up one day, you make $5,000, you take it out, and then you rediversify. EMGE, this is the one that is like kind of like running ahead of CNGT. Ran more today, called it out yesterday, said it looked really good on this green candle that closed above this orange line. That showed me, oh, it's going to start to pick up. It kept the continuation. Now it's on full breakout mode. Probably going to run maybe a little bit more. Not sure. Going to have to follow that one. But all I know is CNGT is basically the same goddamn thing. So expect CNGT to move tomorrow. I can almost, like, sometimes you just kind of know. I think I know this just by the trading today, and we'll see. We'll see if I'm correct. XCPL, this is one I might have missed. I always am so scared. Looks like it had a really bullish end of the day. Was not expecting that. You got a fully engulfing candle where this red candle is engulfed by the green candle, which shows very bullish. You're probably going to get a similar look to Babel in this one. You had the pullback. It almost hit the orange line. It did not. It did not come back down to really this line of support where I thought it would. So it's just bullish. I don't know exactly where it's going to go from here. I would definitely watch it a little bit. If it sells off in the morning and you can get anywhere in the low 2s, probably going to be a good idea. But, maybe if it is that hard of a sell-off, maybe you want to wait and see if you can. All I know is my target is 0.004, and if I don't get it, then I don't get it because I have 50 other stocks that I'm watching in a day, and I'll find something else. That's where you need to get to, too. Don't get sucked into like, oh, I got to get in. I got to get in. Don't even read the boards, dude. Don't even read them because you will get sucked in. Just do your own shit. Geggy. This one seems to be turning back up. This is one I would pay attention to right now. I do like it. I like it for a pushback to 4 or 5 short term. Maybe fill the gap up there 7. Depends. I got to look to see what came out today. Jesus. There's like 2 dogs like literally eating each other outside, and some girl's like, ah, ah. It's like, all right, relax. Like, Get your dog on a leash. Like, what are you doing? But this one looks really good. I gotta say, this is like, I want to be in this, but I also want to find out what the deal is. So I'm probably going to look more into that tonight. But Geggy, as far as the technicals and everything, I mean, I don't see any problem with buying that one at the Open tomorrow. See, even though I'm not in it, like if I wanted to buy it, which I do now, but if I would have just never said that UNQL, because I wouldn't want competition trying to get in the morning, you know. So UNQL, finally this one's starting to move, huh? Finally, Jesus. I mean, this thing does go and runs a little bit. It's forming a W pattern, broke out. This is was formed a very solid bullish upward wedge into a breakout. It is getting, I wouldn't buy up here personally, but it could keep running for days. I mean, I don't know. It's a very thinly traded stock. It seems like they're done diluting. The company was down here because of dilution. I was trading it when it was up in the 20s, 30 cents. Now it's all the way down to a penny. It probably has been working on itself, and maybe it's time to really run now. Maybe I was just in it when it was too early, and now they got their shit together, and they're fucking, it's a shipping company, and it's, there's a lot of shipping issues right now, so I'm sure they're calling on a lot of shipping companies to, like, bust their balls if they have the ships. So I would assume they do, and that's why it's running. God only knows. Again, don't care. I'm just saying this is, I know about this company, and I know it's thin, and I know it's, you probably be good in this area. I mean, do your own DD. Do your own DD. I'm just showing you the chart and just showing you what I think. RGBP. This is one I've traded multiple times over the years. Been on serious runs. I like this bad boy right now. I mean, this thing tends to do this a lot. It pops hard, and then it just slowly dilutes down. Whatever. Shoot me for saying dilution. It is, dude. Whatever you want to see on the boards, so there's like, oh, it's weak hands. Oh, we need to be diamond hands. Oh, it's weak hands. Like, no, it's not weak hands. It's the company that has very strong pockets. But RGBP looks really good here. I would say it's a buy. Just based on the chart and its previous runs, and once it starts to break through 6, it's usually on its way. Russian just not really doing anything. This thing is just like fucking flagging on the yearly, dog. Like there's just been so much sideways trading in this. You got, like, it's getting people to sell the spikes, you know, it's just not giving it any room. But it is starting to look like it wants to push up again. I mean, it's a slow guy, so this isn't necessarily my type of stock. But if the guy pulls through, if Ashley pulls through in the end, then you guys will be good. If he doesn't, then you won't be. That's really what it boils down to. And I know somebody that believes in this guy. He knows a lot more about it than I do. And he thinks that it could be a viable runner. So up into the pennies, whatever it might be, but he thinks the company is actually like pretty legit, and I trust his DD. So if you want to take a shot at it down here and you don't have or you have a lot of time to waste, or maybe not. I mean, it could run tomorrow, but I'm saying if you want to just plant a seed and see if it grows, this is one to do it in. WDLF, same thing. Come on, man. The game's like over, dude. God, no! I need to like set this up. There's just so much going on. I mean, this thing's at its fucking triple bottom now. It's like where this, yeah, I mean, it's at a support, but it popped up off that. I would have said 17 was a good buy to 23. Again, same idea. Look, it's the same type of stock. It's just a sideways. And if the CEO pulls through, you got a runner. If he doesn't, sorry about you. That's just the way of life. Fours is another good one. I want to see what that did today. I might have pulled back, but that gives you an option, or that gives you an entrance, you know. So I mean, yeah, fours looks like it's a pincher. It's probably going to get lit up. Volume is coming in a little bit. We'll see. I don't know. Pay attention to this one. If you start to get a bullish candle that's really pushing over 2 and whatever, you just got to like just add this to your watch list. And again, do your own DD, study charts. Again, I have a lesson coming on Friday. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification button so you can see that when it comes out. I'm not here to beg for subs. I'm here to teach people that want to be taught. You can leave any question in the comments that you want answered, and I will 100%. I ask anybody. I don't have one. Damn, this is like one of the most insane, fucking perfect wedges I've ever seen, and it's coming to it's coming to a stop here. Look, you got this. You got this. It's like a perfect pennant. So, I mean, pay attention to this one. It's a merger candidate. If it gets it, it's thinly traded. You might be able to catch a really big runner. If it breaks to the north, I would say it's going to happen soon. If it breaks to the south, I'd say it's going to happen soon. So that's one to really like. It's a gamble on that one. That's like red or black. GRPS. Last but not least, I've been seeing this pop up. So when somebody mentioned it, I was like, wow, okay, yeah, that does look good. This looks like a lot like CGRA. It's starting to get overbought. You might have a blow-off top tomorrow. I would say, trade everything. Trade everything. You don't have to hit the top. You don't have to buy the bottom. But if you get some of the in-between, that's all a good trader tries to do. You're going to hear people be like, oh, you're selling for burger money, whatever. That's only 50%. Fuck off. Why? Because 50% is more than a lot of people make in an entire year in the market. In fact, it's more than like almost everybody does. So if you make that in one stock in a day, be happy. Stop looking at it and stop acting like, because again, that money was not for you. You just trade it. So I would say, yes, this is a great bullish. I mean, look at it. It's just fucking stair-stepping all the way up. But don't get caught at the top of the steps and fall down. You want to get out at the top of the steps and buy back in at the bottom. That's the thing. And don't get caught up in like the second-to-second trading, because it might look real good in the morning, and you might be like, oh my God, it's never going to end. And then by close, you're like, fuck, dude. I missed out on 30% because I was an excited little bitch. That's like how this shit works. So let me be the first one to tell you. Flip the stock, regardless of what anybody tells you. That's my strategy. That's what I teach here, and that's what if you want to follow me, that's what you should do. There's going to be long holds for you. If you want to diversify your portfolio and you want to go long on a few, so be it. But if you have a very small account and you want to get it up to the point where you can day trade and then have those long holds, you must flip and retain more capital to grow it. So instead of putting 500 in a stock, you can put 3,000. Then your gains are bigger, but your losses are bigger. But if you train yourself to sell at 10%, you get enough 30% that negates any loss that you might take, as long as you don't let it balloon on you and it becomes, a 60% down bag that you have to wait years to get back. So that's all I have for today. I got to go watch this game. But you got to admit, this costume's pretty funny. Like, I don't know. Like, do I look ridiculous? Probably. But whatever. Hopefully somebody was entertained. All right, until tomorrow.